Hey, DEVA here with another exciting build video. You guys didn't stop asking for status dual blades, so I guess I'm going to cover them today since they are so highly requested. There is one big reason why I didn't want to make a build for them. The elemental dual blades are mostly going to outdamage them on optimal gameplay. They also come with a really low amount of status, which makes it harder to trigger any status on a non 3-star weak monster. However, they have a really high raw damage, so they will deal more damage than non-Safi weapons even if Prahidios have way more blast. But since all Safi weapons have the same raw, on elemental dual blades you basically have 10% less raw damage, but gain 750 element and a 55 extra elemental crit damage on top of that because of true crit element. But to also get high elemental damage, you basically have to hit on the monster's head or parts with huge elemental weakness during the whole hunt, which is not possible on casual hunting and especially in multiplayer where monsters just turn away, while blast or any other status applies on whichever part you hit. Before you fight a monster, you should always check the hit zone values because the hunter notes tells you absolutely nothing about the monster's weakness. For example, Sinogre says it's a 3-star weak monster, but once you see its hit zones, it's a 5 to 15 when he's not charged. 15 and below is really bad for elemental damage, and this is the reason why so many people ask me why Ice Charge Blade doesn't do much damage, simply because he is not weak to ice. And even if he is charged, the only decent elemental hit zone value is the head, so good luck hitting the head with dual blades. And Sinogre is just an example. There is so many monsters like that with really bad hit zone values even though it's a 3-star weakness. So Blast and Poison on a 3-star weak monster is actually very good, but it's sadly the only status that can keep up the damage. Having Paralysis or Sleep will do quite less damage, but by making the monster not being able to move, it can increase the DPS of the whole team for a few seconds. But here again, only use it on 3-star weak monsters. Paralysis or Sleep is not guaranteed on such low element, and all of our following builds will have a maximum damage raw increase, since that's the only way to keep up the damage. I didn't want to give up on this and I tried a lot of different combinations and calculations to make them viable so you guys can enjoy the raw status dual blades. We have a low budget build with no level 4 decorations, a true crit status tanky build for surviving comfort, 2 builds that will be your best option if you want the highest damage, and the last build will be the mathematically highest damaging build but not usable at all outside of speedrunning. And even there it won't make more difference than 1 second on perfect execution. You can use any of the 4 status dual blades on those builds, but remember to hunt at least a 2 or 3-star weak monster, and Blast will do regardless the most damage out of all other statuses. The first build is a classic Master's Touch set. This is your best bet if you want to deal constantly the highest raw damage and have as well infinite purple sharpness, since it's a 100% crit chance build. It has also 2 levels of health boost for extra survivability, and on top of that we have a total EFR of 832, which is the second highest. Augments are 1 health and 1 attack. Upgrades will be 3 attack and 2 sharpness 5 to reach the purple. Purple is slightly more damage than going for white sharpness and full attack augments. Our second build is a Safi's Master's Touch build. This will deal 1.70% less damage than the first build, but has a 30% more status build up, so this build here should be the highest damaging build on blast weak monsters. So if you want the best status build damage wise, this is it. Sharpness is here again infinite purple due to 100% affinity and Master's Touch. It uses same augments, but since you have Safi armor and have natural health regen, you could drop the health augment. In that way you will gain even more raw damage than the first build. Upgrades are 2 attack, 2 sharpness and Teostro's Essence, which counts as the third part for the set bonus. The third build is a super tanky comfort never die 10,000 build. This will deal 6.08% less raw damage than our first build, but you gain a bit of blast because of true crit status from the Gold Rathian armor. You also have the disadvantage of not having Teostro's Master's Touch, so you gotta stick with 16 natural hits of purple like all other builds, but as well protective polish to at least maintain it for more than 2 minutes combat time. Dropping to white is no big deal, but you could replace the sharpness upgrade for 2 more attack and just run a huge chunk of white sharpness while dealing a bit less damage but way more consistent. So purple is kind of overrated if you don't want to sharpen every 2 minutes. The fourth build is mathematically the strongest build and will deal 1.16% more damage than the first build and runs no health augment. This is a pure speedrunning build since you also have enough sharpness for about 2 minutes. Using this on casual hunting will deal less damage since you're probably not going to kill the monster in less than 2 minutes, and you will lose sharpness and will have to resharpen then. Upgrades are 2 attack, 2 sharpness and Brachydios essence to gain the set skill Agitator secret. Our final build is a low budget which doesn't use any level 4 decorations, so even if you have just 1 double deco, you can improve it. And 3 attack jewels are given in the story and event quest for free, so please don't say that this isn't a low budget again. However, missing all 4 attack jewels or even more jewels will still make no difference, and you can just replace one with an expert jewel, so you go back to 100% affinity. This build is basically build number 2 with 2% less damage or 3% less than the first one. These were the mathematically strongest and most efficient builds, and I'm aware that the majority will not have 100% of the decos, but this is the point of my channel and this game. I show you the strongest possible builds and you try to build them as close as possible. This is all the fun about this game, you grind for decos and improve your endgame gear. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and comment down below what you want to see next. I spent a lot of hours on this because status duo blades are so complicated, but you guys were asking so much for it, so I didn't want to let you down. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future content. With that said, I wish you all a nice day and happy hunting, guys. Don't forget to join Cat Gang. Meow.